Oh my god.
Oh my god. That was incredible. Welcome back to Canada. I am so stoked for today's video because I am kicking off a challenge like I have never done before on my YouTube channel, and that is completing the Powder Highway Loop, which is basically a massive loop of 8 different resorts in the British Columbia Kootenay Rockies. Evan and I are actually going to try and see how many nights we can do camping in his minivan. It's like minus 20 to minus 25 right now, so van camping, that takes it to a whole nother level. So make sure you guys are subscribed with your notification bell turned on so you can follow along for this journey. We have decided to start off in Revelstoke. So right now we're actually in the town of Revelstoke, and we're actually gonna grab a bite to eat before we head up the hill today. We are gonna go to a local spot called the Taco Club. I've actually been there before. I've been in the town of Revelstoke, just never like on the actual mountain, but it's really good. And if you guys are ever in Revelstoke, it's an absolute do not miss. So our food has just got here, and yeah, it is just as good as I remember. I have to say, this is my first time trying the Paloma. You gotta order it if you're ever here, as well as my tacos. Look at this vegan goodness. I'm so happy. And Evan got a shrimp burrito.
Shrimp burrito.
It is cold today, but those tacos were so good. Taco Club in Revelstoke, man. Our server, she was from Ontario, and she was like, yeah, not down to ski today. It's too cold. And when someone from Ontario says it's too cold, you know it's true. Yeah, you're fine.
We're not going for long.
We're not going for long.
I don't know if we're gonna get any powder on the Powder Highway because it's so cold. There's no moisture.
I know.
Still get to check out some new towns.
I think that's the most fun part, though, seeing new stuff.
Sure.
I would like to file a formal complaint with every base layer company who markets to females, because these little hoods that come with your base layers are so great, but there's no ponytail hole. So then when you pull it up over your face, let me demonstrate, your hair is like this. What are we supposed to do with that? You guys need to put a ponytail hole in the back so my hair isn't like up in my grill like this. Just got hooked up with our tickets. These cost us $100 per ticket to ski from noon until about 3:30, 4 p.m. Not the worst, considering Whistler's like 170 to ski for the day. I love in these smaller mountains how there's no lift lineups, because at Whistler it's just like outrageous this season. Like, it's not cool. So the fact that we can just roll onto the gondola here, perfection. We have officially made it to the very top of Revelstoke, and this place is insanely beautiful. The trees look like something out of Whoville. I'm so stoked about it. It's so funny. They actually have a warming hut at the top of the mountain because it is so freaking cold. Like, my hands, I cannot feel them right now. So I'm gonna put you away and we're gonna go skiing.
I'm feeling strong enough to bring the world into. Feels like ever since we left this place, young, wild, and ready to make it all.
I'll show you this in more detail later, but Evan bought these like rechargeable hand warmers. They're so awesome, but I can't feel my feet from like the ankles down. It's like minus 20 at a minimum. Like, my butt right now, can't feel it. Just can't feel it. For our very last run of the day, we made the decision to do the longest run in North America, and that goes from the very top of Revelstoke basically all the way to the parking lot. And it was so awesome. Such a beautiful carver, but I have got to tell you guys, this is definitely some of the coldest weather I've ever skied in, but Evan and I had such a fun day. Kind of went to the gift shop on our way out, nerded out a little bit, and I got this t-shirt, Revelstoke. Anyways, I would love to come back to Revy and do like a full-on powder day sometime. I know our first stop on the Powder Highway didn't really have any powder, but it was still so fun. I feel like I can't wipe the smile off my face. But we are just sort of like getting packed up in the van here. This is our trusty noble steed for our journey, and we are gonna drive 2 hours to Golden tonight because our next stop is Kicking Horse, and that will officially be our second stop on the Powder Highway. So today I feel like we knocked out stop number 1 and it was a great success. We had some good food, got some good turns. Good morning from Golden. I am starting off the second stop on the Powder Highway strong by skiing for the day at Kicking Horse. And today is actually going to be a powder day, unlike yesterday at Revelstoke. It was all groomers, but there's a ton of new snow right now. And I'm super excited to get out there and go skiing. Actually, I should tell you guys where I'm staying. Right now, I'm in Evan's friend's tiny home, and I feel like I could stay here forever. They're so cozy and actually a lot more spacious than you would expect. So if you guys are ever visiting Golden and you want to stay somewhere more unique, I've linked the Airbnb link below for you. These places are really incredible, and I also love that he's built them with a lot of reclaimed materials, so they're very eco-friendly and they're just really chic and wonderful. It's actually my first time staying in a tiny home, so it's been really cool so far. So one of the funny things about Kicking Horse Mountain is to get to the mountain you have to cross this train track, which we are currently waiting for the train to get to. And there's also this like one-way bridge that's a major, not really bottleneck, like we didn't have to wait in traffic or anything, but like you have to go on like a one-lane bridge and like wait for the other cars to pass and stuff like that while you're going up the mountain. I don't know, it's just really funny. We have just made it to the base of Kicking Horse Mountain. So if you want to get a lift ticket, it's going to be between about $125 to $140 for the day, but I have the Epic Pass, which I use to ski at Whistler, and that gives me 7 days in the Canadian Rockies region. So I don't have to pay anything for my lift ticket today, which I love because skiing is an expensive sport and every sort of little bit you can save does add up. So we're just gonna get sorted here, head up the lift, and let's get skiing, guys. Today has been absolutely all freaking time. So much champagne powder. Like Kicking Horse's slogan, Champagne Powder Capital of Canada, is definitely 100% accurate. There was no exaggeration there. Oh my god, I cannot wipe the smile off my face, you guys. Today, it was my first day skiing in conditions like this. Like I have skied my entire life since I was 3 years old. I grew up downhill ski racing, but today was the very first time that I've actually skied in such like backcountry conditions. So this was a pretty big day for me, and I'm so stoked. I can't say enough good things about Kicking Horse. I really recommend, if you are coming to Golden, you cannot come here without a ski day on Kicking Horse Mountain. There we are. Made it down to the bottom of the hill. I lost the pole basket. That's how you know it was a good day. What'd you think?
It's amazing.
It's gorgeous. It is just cold as balls today. It might be 11 a.m. right now, but it is not too early for a margarita in my world. The truck could bug off, that would be great. Ah, there's no good lighting here. Jeez. Kicking Horse is so incredible. We finished, oh fuck, right, Revelstoke.
That look as lame as it felt.
I think you got a couple really good turns. And send us free gear.
And send us free gear.